Okay, so I figured I would shoot one more video at the end of day 3, week 2, so Wednesday. Um, yeah, so we got this whole area cleaned up, and let's see what I can do with this side. Unfortunately, a lot of the fasteners are on that side, so where this trailer is, the shipping container is, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to them, and there's, screws and stuff like in there, and this outer panel has to be out before you can even access that. So I might just keep working the way that way, and then eventually this like edge wall maybe we'll just have to like drag out or something. I don't know. That's still in the thought process. And of course, it's like when these things were movable, you could build the deck and then move them out. Now we're trying to take it apart. It's a little bit more complicated because there's no way we can move these guys. They're on trailers, but the trailers don't have tires or don't have wheels, just as a security measure. So there's no way to move those guys. So I'll have to wait and see what I can think of to get to those screws and get to that last edge wall. But besides that, made some progress. It can be a little bit slow going just because a lot of these fasteners, a lot of these screws are sunk really far down. I think they installed this lumber when it was pretty green. These things kind of dried. Everything just gets tight and dries over it, and a lot of those screws are all sunk super deep, and they're not necessarily sunk dead on. A lot of them are sunk at angles, and you can't even see the screw head. So it takes a little bit more time to get these boards than I would like, but it is what it is. You kind of got to just do what you can do. Yeah, let's see. So got a lot of stuff done this week. Once again, I think this is just a lot of work, big project. So just gonna be little by little, and that's typically how they go. Any thought that this was going to be some kind of a couple day project, maybe if you had a crew of like 10 screwed, maybe if you had a crew of like 10 skilled workers, maybe, with their own equipment and all that stuff, that they can just go to town, don't need to check with someone who has a little bit more knowledge. So this is kind of the end of my week, and then so I put in a couple days here and a couple days working on other stuff, and so this is where it'll stay until it'll be time to hit it next week and see how far we can get with 3 days next week. And so I'm just ready for a break, after three days working out in the Texas sun, just out here getting baked. I'm ready for some a couple slower days. All right, that's it. Okay, it's been a little bit of time. It's I think week 3, and doing that. So today is Tuesday, and show you what we did by the end of the work that we did last week. So we got a decent amount of this section all gone, and I think I'm gonna have my helper Isaiah start with this section, just keep going down the line. That's green. That's a little bit better. Keep going down this line and get these boards up. A lot of condensation out here today. It's a little bit muggy. And then we'll kind of once this whole thing's ramp is gone, we'll continue breaking down the bracing. And I think the other thing that I'm going to start doing is, since we've determined the right way to take these fence panels off, I'm going to start that process over here, and I'm just going to start taking these panels off. That way we'll have, that'd be one less thing, and we'll have access to like a lot of the screw holes that are underneath this line. That's easy to get to, but there's some like right there that are directly above here, so there's no way to get a drill on that, so you got to take each panel off. And so first thing to do, you got to take this banister off. Then I'll be able to take the railing or the fence sections off, and from there then we'll continue either doing the supports, or we'll probably keep doing these deck boards, and just work our way this way, stack up there, keep working our way this way so that we still have our exit ramp to utilize. Keep working this way, probably stack right there, and then finally, probably just keep working our way so that we always have this exit. And this ramp will probably be the last section of deck boards that we take apart, and then it'll just be all the understructure. And once the understructure is gone, it'll be picking up all those concrete piers, which by the looks of it, there's got to be a lot of them. There's got to be at least 2 or 3 dozen, I imagine. So that's a lot of those bases. You can do a lot of stuff with those. So it's exciting. And so we got three days on the job here this week. So I'm gonna really make the most of it and go to town. I'm actually looking at a couple things over here. So we got 2 more benches. We got 2 more benches to take over, and I saw this really cool design on, it was either Instagram or Pinterest, and it used one of these spools and turned it into a little bit of like a kid's table. And this one seems to be a little bit better shape, just because it's one of the thicker ones, so it's it should be holding up quite well. Some of these are a little bit too small and they're kind of just flimsy, so I don't know if I'll take them. Even this one's a little bit all kind of wonky, so maybe that one and that one I might take. Everything else probably just leave here for them to decide what to do with kind of the final cleanup. But it'll be a lot easier. I mean, obviously we're not going to be taking the tires. We don't really have a use for the tires on our project. I mean, it's kind of a nice idea, but probably going to go on a little bit different direction than that. But for the most part, we're going to be cleaning up a lot of this project, and it'll be a lot easier for the housing and planning department to kind of finish up. And yeah, so let's get started. This is by far the best type of weather to kind of work in, especially out here in Texas, where it's pretty cloudy and gray. Not necessarily thunderstorms or lightning storms, because normally when it's like that you don't want to be working, but kind of just had a little bit of a sprinkle. It's a little bit humid, but it's a lot better than full sun beating down on you. And with the sprinkle here or there, and with a little bit of the wind, it definitely helps to keep you a little bit more cooler as you're working and burning energy. So this is a welcome relief from typically what it is in the summer in Texas. So this is a good working environment, and definitely happy about that while it lasts. This is probably going to be the easiest part of transport, is these fencing sections, since they're all one piece, so I can stack them I don't know, I've got maybe 8 or 10 here, and got them tied down multiple places. That's not going anywhere. And yeah, I got the one that's going front to back, and then 2 going side to side, and so that's good. It's just a nice way to kind of keep things clean as I'm taking things apart. So I'm gonna take this over, drop it off, come back, and at least get one more load by the end of the day, and just keep on working.